Hey guys, what's going on? Craze in the building with my boys Dev and Paul.
Hey.
Boys, we're about to break down Howl's Moving Freaking Castle. Okay, one of Ghibli's most awesomest films of all time, and quite frankly, not as good as Ponyo. Here's what we're gonna do, boys. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cover real quick Howl's Moving Castle, the tidbits, the little points, the little hot spots, and then you guys gonna tell me your favorite moment and best characters. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Let's freaking do it. Howl's Moving Castle is about a guy named Howl and a chick named Sophie. And quite frankly, this is the undertone of this movie is red pill. But here's what's going on. Sophie is a girl who basically has no. What I took from it is she has no emotions. Sophie doesn't really. She has emotions, but she's like living a very bland,
she's too timid,
dull life.
Yeah, she's ugly.
Whoa.
She thinks she's ugly.
Yeah, she's not though.
Yeah, she's just a basic girl who thinks she's not destined for anything more than just making clothes in her mom's side room.
Right.
And funny enough, she gets that side room later, which I thought was hilarious.
And she's okay with it.
But yeah,
man gave it to her.
But she feels like she can't do anything more than freaking be a basic woman.
Yeah.
And she's introduced to Howl, this guy who's a magician, one of the most renowned magician because of his ultimate magic power. Which there's magicians in this world, but they're not super strong. Like Howl is, like the Witch of the Waste is. There's named magicians that have a stranglehold on people's fame and whatnot. And Howl runs into Sophie. Sophie, in that moment, realizes Howl is this kind of interesting, whimsical guy, and these monsters chase after her, these mud monsters. Yeah. And the Witch of the Waste, who's a jealous woman, then turns her into an old lady. And throughout this whole movie, Sophie's trying to find the cure to her curse of being an old lady.
Right.
She stumbles into Howl. She helps Howl kind of grow in his own way, go through his own emotional turmoil,
right,
while also learning more about this world and this war going on in the background, and this badass witch named Madame Solomon, who's kind of running shit behind the scenes. And the movie ends with true love's first kiss, to the turnip, to the
turnip head.
Turnip head. No, that's not how it really ends. But Sophie ends up saving Howl, saving him from himself, and also kind of helping him realize that Calcifer and him were one. And I'm kind of butchering this ending.
You kind of are.
To be quite honest.
Like, you're even skipping over who's Calcifer. Who's like.
We'll get into that in a moment.
Name.
But Sophie, in the end, comes to love Howl, and they end up flying off together in the space.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Dev, favorite moment.
You probably shouldn't go with me first.
Paul, favorite moment.
My favorite moment is just the fact that Sophie's such a woman. She's a woman's woman because she thinks she's ugly. But here's the thing: she cooks, she cleans, she's like attentive. Like she's a good wife. She's a really good wife.
Yeah.
Like she may not be like the hottest chick. Like her sister, like the fact that all her the coworkers are trying to like, hey, how you doing? Like just fucking popping their heads in, trying to get her attention and stuff. Like she's gonna get pregnant like soon, like the next year, and she's like, done.
Facts.
But Sophie, she's the winner here because she's like real timid. She's not too like flamboyant. She wears like one kind of dress the whole, and she never changes either. I thought that was weird. Like she wears the same dress the entire anime.
It's anime.
Magic.
It's magic anime. It's anime. Come on.
So
Naruto never changed.
She smells like old woman in there and everything.
Naruto never changed. Come on.
Oh, you assume he has multiple outfits.
You've seen him
take
a bath. You've seen him take a bath too. So
she probably. They literally have a bath they turn on.
Never seen her take a bath.
But we don't have to see them take a bath. You assume.
We only see her in the bathroom one time.
Twice.
Yeah.
And that was to clean it.
That's true. That's true.
That's her job.
Howl, however, takes baths all the time, every fucking day, like a man should.
Go ahead.
Sophie's Sophie's like that whole thing, like her being a woman is really like my favorite part, and you can kind of see that she gets younger and younger, like whenever she gets more confident in herself. Back to her like former self.
Okay.
That's a common thing you see throughout the whole movie is her like she like straightens up her back.
She gets younger in moments. I thought she got younger when she had emotions. Like when she felt something, like a powerful emotion, she got younger.
That's kind of what I assumed.
Or
maybe it was just kind of like plot armor when she needed to run. Like
yeah, kind of. Because when she had to run, she was young.
She was younger. So
that's kind of true.
Maybe it was like
damn
plot armor.
No.
Favorite moment?
Yeah.
I guess probably during the end when Calcifer they kind of rescued like that whole part where it showed how Calcifer came to be. I don't even know
The
what
flashback.
Yeah, I don't even know
Backflash.
what he was.
He was like a
Like
star.
A shooting star, I
Yeah.
guess. It's kind of. We'll get to the gripes in a moment. So I know you're gonna go from there too, but yes, he's a shooting
So I
star.
mean, just kind of like where it kind of made the whole movie kind of like full circle and kind of like where we knew what was coming. She fell in love with him and like she got to save him
Time travel.
and I just that whole part where it kind of like
Stop.
put the bow on the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay. So you like the end.
Yeah. The
I knew
ending.
it was over. Yeah.
Yeah, the ending of it when it ended. So
So it's definitely one of the most unique and insightful movies I've seen because there were a lot of little messages in there that you could pick up very easily. Like even my wife was understanding it, which I give a huge testament to Ghibli. Good job, Ghibli, because I have to explain shit to my wife all the time.
you just put your wife down like
No,
that? Dude?
but
Like,
I-
even my wife.
Yeah,
Like,
I have
did.
to explain shit to her all the
Chill.
time about anime, and
Bro.
I didn't have to for this one too much. But what I really liked was the Witch of the Waste arc.
Hated
Like-
her.
No, I hated her as a character. Like I hated her, to hate her. But I loved how they portrayed her arc. She's this big, badass, powerful monster. Oh, not monster. Powerful witch that turned Sophie.
like Ursula looking.
Ursula
Yeah.
looking. She gave Sophie the curse. But as soon as she was made to walk in the castle, you immediately saw her like fragility, her like weakness. You saw that she wasn't this badass person. And then when she got her power stripped from her, and they still saved her, which I hated.
Yes.
Which I hated how they saved her in the end. She was like this woman that was like.
Old
Had
frail.
dementia, kind of.
Old frail dimension when she wanted it.
Pretty fire.
Dimension when she wanted it because she became real smart when she got that cigarette.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she made Calcifer go weak. But I
I'll
really,
never let Solomon have you. Yeah.
she
I know.
she grabbed the Calcifer, the little heart, and when he was a heart form, and kept her because she still loved Howl. I really liked her.
She's kind of the victim
Damn.
here, wasn't she? Was she kind of the victim?
I did my favorite character. I like that moment of the Witch of the Waste arc from her badassness to her fall to her still giving up Calcifer.
Right.
And my favorite character.
So she's your favorite character?
She's my favorite character too, because I really liked how they showed her. Like we saw everything from her. We didn't just see one happy
Yeah,
person.
we did see her fall, and she became more human to me after that because she wanted Howl at the end of the day. Like that was her main motive. Like regardless of what anybody ever said about the Witch of the Waste, her motive was to get Howl's heart.
Howl played her though.
He did.
Howl played a lot.
He played a lot.
He
He's
played
a
a lot.
player.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a big player.
That's his fault. That's your fault, dog. Howl.
Yeah.
We go to characters, I
It
guess.
seemed kind of like he had commitment issues, huh?
Oh my god,
Dude, he's a fucking baby. Like he's a
he's
bitch.
a F boy.
He is a fuck boy.
He's an F boy.
Sophie, look what you did to my hair. Like,
Yeah.
dude, who gives a like, dude?
Right? Yeah.
You're still beautiful.
Goes
Like, what are
into
you talking about?
into a tantrum.
You're skinny.
What's the point of living if you can't be beautiful?
He's beautiful, regardless of his hair color. What the fuck does it matter? He didn't mean had blonde, pink, black hair at the end of it. He was still gorgeous.
Let's go into characters
Pause.
before we go to gripes.
Alright.
I just gave my character.
All right.
I will go with I guess Calcifer, just because he
He's
had
awesome.
I feel like he had like the most charisma to him.
Oh yeah,
So
Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So I'll go with him. He was kind of the most like witty,
Lovable.
Yeah, exactly.
When he ate the little
Warm-
eggshells, he's so
Warm-hearted, if I may say, warm-hearted.
Cute.
So-
He did do that. He was, "Ah." And like, remember when he held out the little logs? He's like, he's
Be
so-
careful.
He's so cute.
That's
Sophie.
good.
Yeah.
That was cute as fuck, dude. Like, Sophie, be careful! Don't drop me! Don't drop me, Sophie! I can't do
Somebody
it.
save me.
Yeah, do a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it.
What are you thinking?
Paul?
I was gonna pick the main character, but actually, shout out to Solomon. Like,
The witch?
she was the main, the head witch, the head sorceress of the whole academy.
10-minute screen time.
10-minute screen time, but she fucking was the main bad guy, if anything, dude.
was
She was the main bad guy.
Was she?
Dude, she was smart as fuck.
Was
She
she?
trapped both Howl and the Witch of the Waste, took her powers away, made Howl come into her own trap.
Oh.
Pause. Yeah, I know. Made her come into her own trap, and then even in the beginning sent Heen out to like walk her to the thing and making her think that was Howl the whole time. Like that was all part of her plan.
Was it though, or did you kind of fall
It
into
was.
her lap?
It was.
He's like, oh, you took so long
If
to
anything,
save the day.
he's
No,
the
fuck outta
biggest fucking traitor ever. If that was my dog, I would have put it down. Like, like what the fuck?
here.
But no. She was the greatest character in my opinion. Like she could have killed Howl. At the end of the day, she actually had a soft spot for him as like her greatest student. Dude, she called off the war.
Is that why all of her other students look like Howl?
Wait, those monsters?
No, like the little yellow-haired people. They all look like Howl for some reason.
Actually, yeah, I guess so. I guess they kind of
weird.
did.
It was weird.
Yeah, but she was my favorite character. She could have done way more. Like she could have actually killed everybody if she wanted to, but she didn't.
She was in the process of.
But
She
she
was
didn't,
actually
though.
in the process.
She didn't though. Like she even at the end, she's like, "Why haven't you checked in talking
Well,
to him?"
because it was over the prince, and so
Yeah.
once they found the prince, it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like let's
Those-
just call off the stupid war. Like
Those
she's
were
not-
her. Those were her magical beasts attacking. Don't forget that.
because she wanted to like kill.
she
like,
was
eh.
she was killing everybody.
Yeah, you guys forget like I like bad characters. Like I like bad guys.
Well,
She was good.
okay.
Favorite character.
Let's just hop
Fuck.
right. Let's hop right into gripes because I'm actually
Yeah,
growing
yeah,
more
yeah,
gripes
yeah,
as
yeah,
we talk
yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually getting more gripes as we talk about
Yeah.
it. I think Devin had the most like egregious gripes. So go ahead, Devin.
One of them I would say is that how could she fall in love with Hal? Because like most of the time he
That's
wasn't even
my-
there.
That's one of my gripes.
Who wouldn't?
No.
You get I give you like the dreaminess,
Right.
Yeah.
You stare into his eyes, he's a beautiful guy.
Yes.
I'll give you that one. But to actually like fall in love, and most of the time he was out doing wizard stuff. I don't know.
She fell in love with the idea of him.
This is the most
Honestly.
adventure she's ever had in her life.
And it was kind of
Yeah.
Because of him. Because of him.
That's true. That's
mean,
true.
Like he said,
so does that make him love her, or make her love him, or
Hey,
just
man.
kind of like love the situation that she's in?
That's
I mean, like it's kind of
That's probably more of that.
well,
You can do anything to a girl except make her bored.
that's true, but that's what I'm saying though. He gave her the most excitement she's ever had in her life.
Yep.
And she followed him.
But it didn't really
For-
feel earned that
for-
she loved him. You know,
for like why? Like what? Why is he?
He
so
changed
special?
for her.
he did kind of change.
He
for her.
changed. No, kinda.
No,
he
but
went from being a fucking
no,
fuckboy.
Not until after
Yeah.
she was already in love.
Yes, that's the problem. She's like, "I love you, how?" in her dream and shit. But like, you already loved him, and he hasn't really even shown it to you. You've been an old lady. He's been hitting,
Well, he didn't know about it until he saw her like sleeping. He's like, "Oh shit,
which
that's
was
her."
early on. It
That's
wasn't
her.
late. It
It's
wasn't
like
late
mid.
though,
It's
dude.
like mid.
No, it was early that he knew who she was.
So yeah, that would be probably like my biggest gripe.
Yeah,
just
I
like
thought-
the whole like the
Yeah,
forced
crazy.
love. Like it
It's
wasn't.
not forced.
I-
fuck.
Dude, it would have been cool
He
if
saved
maybe
her so many times.
Felt unearned.
it would have been cool if maybe like he would have like took her out on like a date or something. Just something you could show like, oh, this is how they fell in love. He took her on. He changed into a bird and they flew over some lakes and stuff like some through some
Yeah.
mountains and stuff like that.
I mean, the best date I would ever have is an adventure. Like, was what he gave her. He straight up
No,
sent her to the
no,
lion's den.
no.
She saved her.
She stayed in the house.
Yeah.
Majority of the time.
And then she said, "I love you."
What she wanted to do.
And
Nah.
then-
Dude, you
think-
forget who Sophie
She
is.
fell in love with his money.
and
Yeah.
and like he was so immature. He sent her to go like do like his
Yes.
bidding, dude. It was like
Yeah.
If anything, that should have turned her off. That should
Then
have
he,
turned her
then he
off.
saved her.
But she, for no reason, she had like unconditional love for him.
Because she understood that he's not really the guy that everybody thinks that he is. He's not just a fuckboy. He's not a coward. He's not really
He's
a
a
coward.
wuss.
But he's not
What?
really.
what gave her like how did she come to find that out? Like to be willing to go act like his mom and stuff like that. Like what when she went to go act like his mom, like why would she do that for him?
Because she loves him.
But what did he do
Right.
to
We're trying
deserve
earn that love?
to deserve that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
He gave her a roof over her head.
He's got yellow hair
He
and
did.
abs.
He
What do
did. He saved her. He saved her from the waste.
Does that mean you love whoever saves you?
I mean, a
Stockholm
woman
syndrome.
like her, yes.
She's old.
She's red pill as fuck. She's a woman. Like, she's a real woman.
She is a real woman.
She didn't ask
I
for
do.
anything in return. She just gave him, like,
Sophie.
cleaning,
Sophie's,
food.
Sophie's Sophia.
So who's got the next gripe?
I do.
Go ahead.
One of my biggest gripes
Can't
was
wait.
kind of what Devin said, the unearnedness. But here's the thing: there's a lot of little plot holes in the movie that
Yeah.
didn't really connect.
Yeah.
And one of them being the magic spell that the Witch of the Waste did to her. If so, was the spell just her passing through her? Because if that's the case, the Witch of the Waste turning a bunch of motherfuckers old by just passing through them, right?
Right.
That was her spell. Pass through her, and you can't ever speak about it. You can't ever talk about it. You're old, and you only turn young whenever you get emotional or something. What kind of I wish they would explain that spell a little bit. Give me something to make a little bit more sense than just me having to accept it. Because another plot hole. Why were there floating airships when really the only things fighting were those little pods coming out, which were the freaking monsters?
They had bombs.
Yeah, those ships. They
had
But-
bombs, but those monsters were the ones attacking.
I will give you. I will
How-
piggyback on what you just said. Not like it's not my gripe, but even Calcifer said, "Oh, I hate gunpowder. Those demons have no class." So in this world, technology is a certain thing, but also
It's
what
side
they
by
use.
side with magic.
What they use is
But
magic and demons and stuff.
Why the demons have hats, top hats?
Because that's what they had on when they were human.
gotta look classy, dude. Everyone's got a uniform, you know.
There was some classy like
Bro.
like big bulbous.
Calcifer explained this.
Yeah, they look like
okay?
Zubats just flying around.
Yeah, fat fucking Zubats.
Or
Like,
go bats.
That's funny. They're all
My wife was like, because everything was kind of making sense, and then the monsters came out of the ship, and she's like, wait, what?
because they're soldiers.
What?
They're Solomon's minions.
I guess.
They're all like low rank fucking wizards
Yeah.
that use the same
Yeah.
spell that Howl uses, but to a degree that they'll never turn back to human.
I wish I would have got more explanation into that. That's all.
But they're not important.
I know.
They're fucking.
You know what's
hand-me-downs.
dumb? Also, is like the war is just like over, just like that. That was dude. Like if someone went to war with me over like someone who was missing.
Your son.
Yeah, but if someone went to and like I didn't do it, like, and they killed like a bunch of
Yeah,
my
they
people.
bombed
That's
the
true.
fuck
They,
out of
yeah,
those
they killed a
towns.
bunch of my
That's
people.
true. That's
I'm
true.
not ending it like that.
They
It's like,
bombed-
no.
They did bomb the fuck out of those towns.
That is true. And like the prince just missing was your reason for you didn't even wonder if he was dead or something. He's missing.
Yeah. No.
So immediately kill
Yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah.
city over. What? That's crazy.
Well, there's 3 kingdoms, but yeah.
Was there no evidence of the prince like being held hostage? No, just the prince is
True.
missing. So let's just kill the next city over there.
True. They don't even
That's
know
crazy.
which kingdom it is. They just said because there's 3 of them in total, I think, or 2.
In the end,
Yeah.
all of this was just to make it look fantastical and like a wondrous world with a bunch of stuff going on at once.
Right.
Because a lot of it didn't have to be.
Well, let's get into Paul's.
Well, a lot of it didn't even matter though.
No,
It
he's good.
wasn't important.
All right, good. What's your gripe?
My gripe is the Witch of the Waste.
That's my gripe.
No,
Wait,
no.
no,
I'm
that's
talking
my
about just
character.
completely killing her off. Like I get that. Like once she turned old, dude, how many of the problems that they have was because of her? Like she got the heart. She fucked up Calcifer.
Yeah.
She fucked up Howl.
Oh, you mean they should have got rid of her?
Yes, they should have killed her.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
they
as,
should've.
as soon as they
Yeah.
as soon as they fucking like
Well, you have no story, but
Yeah.
they would though.
No.
They would definitely have story.
No, because the Calcifer thing was a big part. Was like being taken from and being away from Howl was a big part of it. Because think about it, they would have just found Howl in the desert and they gave him the fire. Boom,
okay,
so
yes, they wouldn't. She wouldn't have went back in his past and understood.
someone to
That was
hate.
about it.
You need someone to hate. There was no real
Bruh.
villain besides the Witch of the Waste.
You guys hated on fucking Howl the whole
Sullivan,
time.
Sullivan.
Solomon too, yeah.
but
Solomon
she,
was the
like I
main bad
said,
guy.
there was no real villain besides Witch of the Waste.
Solomon.
Solomon was there for 10 minutes of screen time, guys.
You just said that she
Yeah, but,
caused
like,
like she killed all.
He
these
said
people.
that. I
He's
said
right,
she was there
though.
for 10 minutes of screen time.
He's right.
Yeah, but she was like one of those villains that like you pop up and doesn't really matter.
Well,
didn't matter.
except for like he's like Sullivan.
Running from
Solomon's
her.
the whole entire reason
He's
that
quite literally
Hal
hiding.
He was scared
is-
of her. Yeah,
is like not home majority of the time.
he was scared of her, but she didn't.
It's okay,
she
Dave.
didn't matter.
Thank you. You're right, but
She didn't
this
matter.
dude, she did matter.
You know what? I didn't like how the king didn't matter.
That
He
is
just
another.
walked in and out of there like, oh, good,
Solomon.
good,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
body double, and just like, dude, you're the one giving the order
I know.
to kill everybody.
I know.
Show your face. I don't know.
But that's my biggest gripe is they could have just killed her off or just left her there. Like just leave her alone. Like you didn't have to take her with you. She brought Keen, the
Witch of
dog
the
that
Waste.
was working
Witch
for
of the Waste.
Solomon, and the Witch of the Waste. Like you're
No.
bringing his biggest enemies.
She did not deserve the treatment that she got.
Witch of
Who?
the Waste?
Yeah, the Witch of the Waste.
What?
What the fuck?
Like, being taken care of and
Oh yeah,
everything.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Like she did
Right.
not deserve that at all.
No,
And,
no,
like,
She's straight up disrespectful.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
smoking in the
Oh,
house.
dude.
Like,
She puffed and blew in
and then
Hal's face.
and then she fucking put it out in his hand. Like what the fuck?
yeah, I was
Like,
I was upset to see her like being taken care of so well by
Facts.
the chick that she had cursed. I was
yeah,
facts.
dude, yeah, and she
That's a-
Sophie's
yeah, yeah.
Sophie's talking mad shit. Like as soon as I see this bitch,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
choke her.
I'm gonna wring her neck.
Yeah, and she didn't do nothing.
That's facts.
Yeah,
that's facts.
no, it pissed me off.
Well, let's get after all these gripes that were totally outweighed the likes that we had.
It's beautiful though.
it was a great
Yeah,
it was great animation though.
beautiful.
Like when the castle was moving and stuff, I was like, oh,
And cows were powering up. I was so sick.
yeah, dude, it was
So-
really.
Calcifer Pound Up was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Give me your eyes.
Yeah. Imagine what we're done with your eyes.
Yeah, or your heart. Let's rate this thing, and I'll go first. I chose this movie. I love it. I've seen it many, many times. I had a lot of gripes to say today because we're being super analytical.
Having said all that,
Yes, we're being super analytical, but I gave this thing a solid. What did I give it? 98. I love
Really?
this thing through and
that's crazy because the
That's-
world building would have been like a bad, right?
Here's
'Cause-
Here's the thing.
Like the story part.
Animation 25.
Of course, yeah.
Plot 23. I really enjoyed
no,
it. Yeah,
no.
because the plot's not really about the war. It's more about how
Love and all that.
It's really more about Howl and Sophie.
Mhm.
That's really what it's about.
Yeah.
The war is the back setting.
Yeah.
The war is the background. It's really about Howl and Sophie and really the Witch of the Waste
And,
doing
like-
her thing.
Like her falling in love, but like
Yeah, but like it's really about making helping Howl realize that stop being a little kid. Characters 25. I
Yeah.
loved
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single character they gave with so much emotion and light in every single one of them.
Mhm.
especially the mom, right?
Dude, that pissed me off.
Oh yeah, the mom, that bitch.
I know.
I married again, and then she just sabotaged her daughter.
So he's rich. He's fully rich. You can move in with us. Like,
yeah, and the setting I gave it a 25.
yeah, come in. Like what the fuck.
I thought it was awesome. I gave it 98. This is a high 9, almost a 10. I'm not giving things 10s, I don't think. But this is a movie, and this is freaking up there. Like 9.8.
So like it's like perfection. Even
It's
though you
close.
had all those,
Gripes.
close.
Yeah, I know.
you know, you're
9.8
The
should
plot
be a
was
10.
23, it wasn't 25?
9.8, you should just round up.
Nah, 9.8. Paul? Devin?
Devin, go first.
there's no way it isn't given 9.8, dude. That is way, dude. That's way too high, and like the
Legend of Hay.
the story. Golly.
That was a 10.
I know, you're so full of shit.
That was pre-rating system. Anyways,
So what does it matter?
That's
Devin
bull.
just points at me like
Yeah, dude. That's bullshit. So, no way, dude. Just because the characters are good, the animation was good, just the story. It just wasn't like. I wanted more Hal. You know, this is Hal's moving castle. I wanted
would've-
more of
I
him,
would've
dude.
liked more
I would like to have
like more.
witness his growth, like kind of.
Well,
It didn't feel like in real time. I feel like maybe he came back and was like a changed man. You know, like he spent a lot of time off camera.
uh-huh.
Fighting the war.
Yeah.
As
He
a
was-
man
he-
should.
You need love.
He wasn't even fighting like in the war. He was just fighting for his life, really.
He's kind of flying alongside the war a lot of the movie too. It's just-
So I wish I would have got more Hal. I wish I would have got more story.
Crazy.
I guess more cohesion of the story.
I give you that one.
I give it 9.5.
So by the end of Paul's rating is going to go down a little bit more.
I would like to see more How too. That is a gripe. I would have to.
So that being said, and the animation was
Beautiful.
like some
Fucking
of the best.
beautiful.
Dude, like this had to set the standard back in 2004 when
Oh
it came
yeah,
out.
it
you know?
did. It really did.
Like this stuff is amazing.
This
like,
and Ponyo.
this
Ponyo.
stuff. The only thing that I can compare it to now is like the stuff that Demon Slayer comes out with.
4 episodes long.
Well, it's a movie.
Well, no,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just animation wise.
Oh, okay.
Just as far as animation wise, like
One Punch Man season 1 was pretty amazing.
It was beautiful.
I'm comparing it to right now.
Oh, like Blue Lock.
When did One Punch Man come out?
2016.
Like Blue Lock.
Okay, so like right now,
Pretty.
2016. It's almost 10 years ago. So, but yeah, I guess kind of like Blue Lock, but I
crisp.
put Demon Slayer like top of everything for
Jujutsu
animation.
Mahagura?
Let's talk about animation.
Anyways,
Let's talk about
though,
animation.
that-
Me too, Mahagura.
That being
Yeah.
said, just like I don't know, just me watching it, I just kind of felt like not
Why?
not anger, but like
What the fuck?
annoyance, you know,
What the-
Wow.
of like the storyline. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a. We're gonna go with a 6.5.
That's all right, Mike.
I just didn't feel like the whole.
Like,
Like
you gave
how-
Violet Evergarden a fucking 10, dude.
Not on this channel.
The only thing that had, yeah, I know.
Not on this channel.
The only thing
Let's
that
see.
ever had was like animation.
Dude,
So
I
it was
just-
shit.
I just didn't believe like the growth of Hal, you know,
I
and
didn't
like
believe she has
Wow.
arms.
Wow.
Sorry, not Mahagura.
I just didn't believe it, and like the whole love, that
Heart's a heavy burden.
Calcifer wasn't heavy.
I just didn't believe it. It just kind of felt forced to me. But the animation was great.
Okay.
Bro.
Paul?
Like forcing fucking his heart back into his chest. I swear. All right. Solid. It's it's a solid. Honestly, it's a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9. Having like thought about the gripes and everything, but it's a 9. It is a 9. I mean,
Yeah, it's up there.
Devin doesn't know what he's talking about.
Can't be
I
below
mean,
a
this is
9.
Studio Ghibli. This
Yeah.
is a
I don't
critically
even care
acclaimed.
about Ghibli.
But this, I mean,
Like,
but
it's just a movie.
Ghibli Studios
Good movie.
has a track record of putting out hits.
You can't do that though.
What?
You can't do that.
What do you mean?
You can't just give it because the track record. You can't give more points.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying
can't.
it's a 9.
I say you can't do it.
Wait,
ahead.
what?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I'm giving it a 9 because it's always been good. It don't matter how it's aged well.
It has.
It's still beautiful. Story's still awesome. You know, even if it's convoluted a little bit and there's problems with the story, it's still a nice story. Okay, right? Like I'd be fucking eating eggshells if I was Calcifer right now. It's so good.
Okay.
That's y'all's. I mean, that's y'all's opinions.
That's all right.
Well-
That's all right. Like you're shitting on
Yeah.
a fucking like you're
flame
crazy.
Devin up in the
Have you
comments,
Spirited
guys.
Away? You're Spirited Away.
No, I haven't
I
Spirited
think
Away.
he's gonna like that one. You like Princess Mononoke?
Oh, that's the one with the. Oh yeah.
The first one. The
I
first
mean, that
one.
one's
That has
alright,
consequences,
Yeah,
I
that
guess.
one's
It's
alright,
okay.
All right.
Guys,
Fuck.
we are Sister the Pupil. We are out of here. Kill Dev in the comments.
I'm so disappointed.